Alright, how y'all doing? I realise I think about really, really, really random things on a daily basis. Today is no different. Just out of the blue. I really love food. Most people really love food. Like, what do you mean you love food, you silly sod? Of course you love food. If you don't eat, you bite it. To run out of life, you know? So you have to eat. Of course you love to eat. Well, that's not always true, is it? Because what if you've got like a medical condition? You know, you've got a diet-based medical condition whereby, I don't know, you eat a sausage roll and you die. There's got to be someone out there. You know, all the poor kids who can't have peanut butter or whatever, or I don't know, in my case, I can't eat onions or mushrooms. I can, but they make me really unwell. I know some people who like they eat certain foods and their skin flare up and they get really not so they don't love food. I mean they do, just they have to be really cautious about what they eat. And I have this weird obsession with food and street food. Okay, if you say to me roast dinner or cheeseburger, I'll take the cheeseburger. If you say to me steak or Chinese, I'll take the Chinese. If you say to me, I don't know, pick like a really nice like restaurant style meal or spaghetti hoops on toast, I'll take the spaghetti hoops on toast, man. Like I am a well simple guy, but I also like my food to be kind of quick. I don't like having to prep and make loads of faff for food. I don't really like eating at restaurants. It kind of annoys me. But I started to wonder, right, what if the big franchises that dominate fast food right now weren't the ones that made it big? Like no McDonald's, no Burger King, Pizza Hut, Greg's, Starbucks. I don't know. What else haven't I mentioned? Like the big ones, the Burger Kings, the Pizza Huts, the Domino's, those guys. They're the big ones that everyone seems to eat at. Taco Bell. Do we have? We don't have a Taco Bell around here, I don't think. And just all those other big like Dunkin' Donuts. Who gives a shit about Dunkin' Donuts? Tell you what, if you like Dunkin' Donuts, wrong. Best donuts, go to a seaside town and just ask for like on the beach donuts. Instant, nailed it. Like go to Great Yarmouth, right? Go to Pleasure Beach. It's a little theme park near the beach, and go to right by the exit. Donuts, get those. Just like beach donuts, taste fantastic. Shove Dunkin' firmly up your backside. They suck, right? But that's what I started thinking. Like, so what if the salad? What if someone was so good at making salads that became the franchised restaurant or the franchise thing rather than the McDonald's burger? You know, what if instead of Burger King, people went to Sizzlers? Sizzlers is a small food cart in Lowestoft town centre. Absolutely fantastic food. Fantastic food. But you can only get it from that one food cart in Lowestoft town centre. It's right outside. They tend to put it right outside of Greg's bakery. So people go in there and get sausage rolls and like or manky sausage rolls and really sucky coffee and stuff like that. And I'm like, why are you going there when you could come here? This food tastes good. Right? Look, as a trick, you could buy a burger or a hot dog or whatever from Sizzlers, walk down the street to Mickey D's, assuming that the Mickey D's is still there. Probably not. So I think they've just opened up another one in town. Why we need another one, I don't know. Go to Mickey D's and you'll go, well, the Mickey D's is cheaper. But I'm telling you now, you'll taste the difference. Like the Sizzlers burger might be 20p more expensive, but that adds up. In quality, that adds up. I love watching street food too. Like I don't know, you look at the little stalls in like Mexico, right? And you've got these like men and women and children who have been like practicing this stuff for years and years and years just to have a small stall, smaller than the room I sit in. And they are just fantastic masters at what they do, you know? Or you watch Korean street food being made, and you'll see someone like literally flipping stacks and stacks and stacks of this food, just preparing it right there. Takes minutes. It's fresh. It's hot. It just, you can see the quality because they have mastered what they do. And then you think to yourself, well, McDonald's, yeah, but the kid who works at McDonald's, I applaud you. You know, whoever you may be, but that kid doesn't give a damn about the quality of that burger. That kid doesn't care if it's undercooked, overcooked, as long as it kind of slips by the manager. They don't care. You know? So, like, McDonald's isn't going to fail because a few people get sucky burgers or sucky nuggies or something like that, you know? But the mom and pop shop, they're going to be the ones that really try hard. Good quality ingredients. They've really got the quality of their kit down. They've mastered the prep and the actual, you know, making of the thing that they sell. I was like, well, why would they get franchised, man? Well, for that reason alone. Once upon a time, McDonald's was a rinky-dink shack in the middle of nowhere. It was boonies nowhere, and was it 2 or 3 brothers had come up with a method of making food quickly, fast food. And some folks found it and they got investment. Loads of people tried to copy it, but it just didn't work for them. The guys of McDonald's had it, and the money came in. I mean, admittedly, I don't actually think McDonald's has anything to do with the McDonald's family anymore, but I think they got ripped off on that one. But you know, they came up with a groove, and it was their thing. They wanted a quality product you could get fast. And so people realised how passionate they were for it, and they nicked it. And now we have big boy McDonald's that people eat. Anyone that says that McDonald's sucks, I'm sorry. Like, it's not great, but so many people eat it. So imagine if, as I say, the salad was the thing that got... Is there actually a salad bar style thing that has been franchised? I don't know. There's like, you know, vegan or vegetarian restaurants that are being franchised and spread around the country like a disease. I used to say to people back in the day, if you're passionate about something, keep going at it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Even if it doesn't seem like you're getting any ground, if you're gaining any ground, eventually you could find someone that sees your passion, that's as passionate as you are. And there'll be one more person. And then eventually, that 2 people turn 3 and 4, and it might go. Everyone has the potential to be the next big thing. But you really got to want it. You really got to have that groove for it. And I really do just wonder, from time to time, what the world would be like if it wasn't McDonald's, Burger King, you know, whatever. As I say, the big restaurant that you go to kind of sucks. You know, the staff there don't really care if the food is of good quality. It just has to get by. You know, they might get a slap on the wrist by the manager, but that business isn't going to go anywhere, is it? Because it's likely too big to fail. Do you honestly think McDonald's is going to go anywhere anytime soon, or KFC? You could buy a manky bucket of chicken twice a month from KFC. They don't care. They've got enough money to sink it, you know? But, I don't know, JoJo's, fantastic little restaurant. Or Jester's, fantastic little, well, I say restaurant, they deliver food. You can go in and pick it up, but they generally, you know, they deliver. Right? Fantastic food that makes Mickey's and KFC and the King look suck, but they're not the ones with the brand recognition. So they're not the ones that people consume on the regular. My family do it too, to be honest with you. But if I get the option of a JoJo's or a Mickey's, I'll take the JoJo's, man. Like the quality of the food is just that much better. And the people making it actually give a toss about the quality of the food because, well, they're a lot smaller. If they get loads of complaints, they go under. McDonald's just goes, whatever, mate, whatever. McDonald's can't even get you an ice cream. You know, if I had a quid for every time I've had my order wrong in McDonald's over the last 2 years, I would be a billionaire. Yes, I'm a fat bastard, and I eat a lot of McDonald's. I think that someone actually sitting there preparing food, where you can actually see the person preparing your food, that's a pretty hardcore thing. You know, that someone actually put time, care, energy into preparing that food for you. If it was actually something specifically made for you, my God, you better appreciate it. You had better appreciate it. But what would it be like? Why don't we push to have these smaller... I guess because the mum and pop shops, once it kind of gets out of hand, you end up with a McDonald's situation where someone else says, yeah, but I don't want to follow your plan. Or I think this way is better. And then you end up having, variations on a product. Is the quality still going to be there? Do you think maybe that's it? That the franchises have just gotten too big and so they can't maintain the quality of the product anymore? That they've found reasonably solid ways to cut corners and get away with it? Because they've just gotten so big and they've been so... Well, yeah, but mate, if we use this instead of that, this is a bit cheaper and so, Fish and chips. Just what I'll throw out there. If you go to a major city and have fish and chips, you're wrong. British staple, you're wrong. You need to go to a seaside town if you want to have proper fish and chips. Because otherwise they taste like turd. And it's overpriced. And turd. Like some places just make certain foods right. You know what I mean? You want to have a proper pizza, you don't go to Pizza Hut and Domino's. Because you're not getting your money's worth. It just doesn't, it's just not, it doesn't, they've found that formula to get it so thin with so few ingredients to make that much more money that, I don't like the restaurant environment because all you hear is random asshole that's whatever food isn't quite how they expected it, having a go at the wee waitress that's just brought whatever over. It's not her fault. Or having a pop at the chef because the peas were touching the potatoes or something. Like, not great environment. Oh, this food sucks. Well, this was cold and this was too tough and blah, 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 blah. Terrible environment to eat food. Absolutely terrible. You can't actually... I don't think you can enjoy food in a restaurant. I don't. Just too much faff. There's too much fluff. There's too many whiny people there. It's kind of why I like street food. I'm like, oh mate, I could do with some of that. Off I go. There it is. It's there. Nom 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 nom. Done. That was fantastic. No time for people to ruin my groove. It's right there, made by someone that actually cares about the product because they've learnt how to make it. They've mastered how to make it. They serve it to you in a heartbeat, and this isn't making any sense, is it? I'm just going round and round and round in circles. Would you believe I actually thought about what I was going to say in this video? Believe it or not, I actually think about what I'm going to say in these videos. But because I think about it so much, they just kind of... It turns into a chaotic, storm of fluff in my dome. And, yeah. Like, it's weird. I like watching street food videos. Korean street food videos. Japanese street food videos. I like the idea of a mum and pop cafe rather than a big restaurant. I don't like restaurants. I feel so out of place. This is me, like, all the time. I can wear a suit if you want, but I ain't going to go to a restaurant wearing a suit. There are people who, like, actually go out and they're, oh, yeah, mate, it's a Friday night, I'm going to put on my shirt, and I'm going to put on my trousers and my shoes. Like, dude, what are you doing? Going to an office? This is food. No. I'd be the guy that turns up to, like, the 5-star restaurant in torn jeans and t-shirt, mate. It's just not great ways to enjoy food. Sometimes I think the street food is like they are the equivalent of 5-star restaurants for me, or Michelin star restaurants. So I was going to say, wow, that's a hell of a leap, dude. Yeah, maybe. But you see some really skilled folks on that lower run of fast food that realistically, I think, could give some of the big boy chefs a run for their money. Just they're in different categories, you know? There are masters of the fast food world. But the popular ones are kind of they're occupying this middle ground that shouldn't really, they're not the best at it, but like they have other things on there, they have other things going for them. It's, ugh. And all people like to do is complain anyway, so a lot of these places are probably better than other stuff. By the way, if you think McDonald's is better than Sizzlers, you're wrong. You're just wrong. If you think Burger King is better than Flames or KFC is better than Flames, you're wrong. If you think I don't know, if you think Domino's is better than, oh man, I can't think of a really good pizza restaurant in town now. Damn it! Or a pizza place, delivery pizzeria. I can't think of. Oh no! But you're wrong. Like JoJo's beats any major chain restaurant fast food place. You know, just. I kind of wish we could open up a cafe. That'd be great. I'd love it. Like that's been like a family groove for years that we've wanted to do. It's just not. It's probably not going to be a thing. It's so hard to actually get the space now to open up a proper cafe. Even just having a little food wagon is really expensive around here. So I applaud anyone that actually gets up and does that graft. Same with actually for people who work in food in general. Because no one appreciates you. And it's sad because you do such great stuff. Even the people who work at McDonald's. The people who work at the till at McDonald's. You get drinks thrown over you and you get spat on, you get called stupid and all that. You make the world go round. You're providing a service that people want and yet they bitch at you for it. Anyway, I'm off. I've been talking way too long about why I think that fast food and street food is amazing. It is. Watch some street food videos and be amazed at how talented some of these people are, how much time they've spent to master their craft, and wonder, what would our diet, what would the diet of the human race be if XYZ thing was the thing that catapulted over McDonald's and Burger King and Pizza Hut and all that. Don't really think I could handle a salad. Could you? I've got to find out if there's a fast food like salad place. If you can't prepare a salad quickly, you got a problem. Yeah.